Video, we know, is growing. The 360 degree video they've all got 360 video teams, and they talk about it all the time. New York Times has got this 360 video daily since November, so it's all pretty recent. You can see they're all like, we're also talking about it here, but it's very new for them too. The thing with 360 video that they spoke about that was interesting was that they talked about it, the trick is to put the camera in a significant place. So 360 videos are not character-driven stories. And then the virtual reality, they also all had virtual reality teams. They also talked about how the hardware is still clunky, like you've got to put this whole thing on your face, and they've tried all different ones with, you know, cardboard, little goggles, and a whole range of things. But that the software has come from, a lot of it has come from the gaming side. So a bunch of them had kind of gaming techie guys working in their newsrooms, thinking about telling stories with the gaming technology. So the software is very advanced, but the hardware is not there yet. So they're all still seeing it as coming, and we're going to get there, but it's not there yet. And if one thinks about it, this kind of virtual reality can take people to all kinds of different places, and this is what they're doing, into war zones, for travel, for sport. There's also a lot of concern around things like war zones, like you can expose people to too much if you put them in a traumatic experience. So one has to apply kind of journalistic ethics and so on to that sort of thing. But they think this is going to grow. They really think that virtual reality is going to become a major cash cow for them. Sponsors love it. You can imagine that sort of stuff is amazing. I mean, the one that I don't know how many of you have put on these goggles, but the one that I saw at USA Today was amazing. I put on these goggles, and there was and I looked across, and then sitting on a cliff right opposite me was this guy, and he looked at me and he went, hi, and then he said hi to someone. Then I turned here and I realized this guy was next to me, was also on a cliff, and then he also looked at me, and then I was like, geez, and I looked down, and I was also on the cliff, and I actually fell because I had such a sense of disorientation. But it was it was short. I think it was like 4 minutes. Incredibly, and it talked about how immersive this kind of format is, and how audiences just love that feeling of being there in the place. But then there's also this piece, which is quite interesting. So this is from the Washington Post, was their audience reach on the bottom here, and immersiveness on the top, on the vertical. So still, web and print text stories are way bigger than virtual reality stuff. But they think that that's going to start changing. That whole literally everyone talked about Pokemon Go. This has become a sign that layering information over the world is what people are going to move towards, and that it was such a hit that this is going to continue to have big implications for media businesses. What's that?